guys. I'm just sitting here in my sister-in-law's pool, having a good time, drinking a beer, just enjoying life. But I guess since Phoebus watches Nordic.se sent me a new watch, I guess we should jump out of the pool and take a look at the new Eagle Ray. So let's do just that. Cheers! And here it is, the watch of the day, the watch we all came here to see. So why don't we get on with it and do just that? Just one thing in the beginning here. I'm wearing the Tudor Black Bay GMT here. I've been really considering selling this watch for a while now because it just doesn't get the love that it deserves from me. It mostly sits in the safe because I prefer using my Rolex GMT Master 2. But every time I put it on, I feel like I fall in love with it again, and I really don't want to sell it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm still considering it, and I have still one video more to do on this one, and after that, who knows what happens. But we're not here to talk about the Tudor today, we're here to talk about the Phoebus. And just to get one thing out of the way, it's really cold outside today, so I'm really dry in my hands and on my fingers, and I'm sorry for that, but I'm not the guy to use lotion. My wife tells me all the time to use some hand lotion, but I don't want to be. I'm not doing that. So you just have to bear with me and bear with my dried up hands. Now let's take a look at the Phoebus Eagle Ray. And by my personal opinion, this one is the best version of them all. They come in, actually I think they come in 4 different versions. One blue one, a red one, a green one, and this one, the black one. But at Phoebus watches Nordic.se, they actually only have the black, green, and blue available. The red one is sold out, but I think this is really the best looking version. Phoebus box, I've shown you the box a couple of times. It does its job. It's a good, sturdy, and nice box. It's nothing special. Here we have Phoebus instructions manuals as usual. We have the warranty card, 2-year international warranty. Take a look at this, Zelos, 2-year international warranty on a watch that's half the price of almost most of your watches. If Phoebus can do it, then so can you, Zelos. Step up the game, please. I really like Zelos, but Phoebus actually have a big one-up on Zelos in that category, in the warranty category. Extra links in there. It's sized up for me. I'm just gonna put the box away, and we're gonna take a look at the Eagle Ray with the black glossy dial. It's a really nice looking watch with a vintage touch on those patina hour markers, patina hands. And let's take a look at that bezel, get some close-up shots here. You have the Phoebus octopus at the 12 o'clock, date at 3 o'clock. We have some red details in there. We have Roman numerals on the inside of the dial right there, and then Arabic numerals on the bezel. It looks really nice. This is a watch that actually gives you that feeling of that you're paying less and that you're getting more. You get more than you pay for. We have some really nice details on the case. As you can see, it goes from brushed to polished, then back to brushed, and then on the coin-edged bezel there, I think it's called that. And we have some polish right there before the double-domed sapphire crystal starts, with triple AR coating on the inside. I love AR coating, and I love when watches give me that blue tint when you turn them to in a special angle, and then in another angle it just shows you the black dial. I really like AR coding, and that's the one thing I'm going to talk about as a negative on my Rolex GMT Master 2 review, is that I'm really lacking the AR coding. I love AR coding. Enough said about AR coding. So why don't we talk about some details here? It's the PY029D. Inside we have a Seiko NH35A movement ticking away. We have a 316L stainless steel on the case and on the bracelet all the way around. We have a diameter of 41 millimeters. We have a thickness of 14.3 millimeters. And we have a lug width of 20 millimeters, and it actually tapers down to 17.5 millimeters and goes straight back up to 21 millimeters at the clasp. And we have a lug to lug of 47 millimeters. We have a weight of 165 grams. It's a threefold clasp here with push button release, as you can see. Easy to operate, really easy to close. We have some nice brushing on that clasp, very nicely done. And we have the Phoebus name smack down there, written horizontally, looking great. And as you might already know, this is a milled clasp, none of that pressed clasp bullshit here. We have a properly milled clasp, really thick metal, feels high quality. We have 3 points of micro adjustments right there, and we have the Phoebus octopus on the case back right there. There he is, the Octopus King. Water resistant, 200 meters, sapphire crystal, Phoebus automatic. Looking good, high polish on that octopus, so it will scratch up if you don't rest your watch on the side instead of on the back, but that's totally up to you. We have a double domed sapphire crystal here with 3 layers of anti-reflective coating. I'm not going to talk about the anti-reflective coating anymore. And as I said, water resistance 200 meters, bidirectional bezel, screw down crowns on both, and the lume here is old radium lume. But we're going to talk about the lume in just a minute. I just wanted to talk about the thickness of this watch, because some of you guys might think that 14.3 millimeters is thick. This is just my personal opinion. I'm wearing the Tudor Black Bay. We have a thickness of 15 and something millimeters here. I don't remember it right straight off, but I'm thinking it's 15 and something. And I've never felt that this watch is too thick on my wrist. But that's might be my personal opinion, but I've never had any problems with 15 millimeters being thick, and I really certainly don't have any problems with 14.3 with 14.3 millimeters being too thick. It's a double dome sapphire, so it actually increases that thickness a little bit, but it's nothing. The lug to lug of 47 makes this watch wear really comfortable, and it's not a problem at all. It's a perfectly sized watch for me, and I have 20 centimeter wrists. Let's just put it on. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about here. But even for smaller wrist guys, I think this watch is a perfect fit. Now it's a little too big for me. I maybe could have taken out one more link and taking the micro adjustment in one step, but still, as you can see, I really don't think that this looks too thick at all. It looks perfect on my wrist, and yeah, as you can see, let's zoom in there. It's a really nice fit, and I'm really liking the vintage look with the fake patina on the yellow mustardy hour markers and hands. And I'm gonna show you how to operate the bezel, because I really think this is cool. You know, I have one of my pet peeves on watches is misaligned bezels. I really hate that, and actually the misaligned bezel problem is why I left Seiko a while ago. I started out with Seiko watches. I actually started out with my Breitling, but anyway, I had my collection I had a lot of Seiko watches in my collection, but I just had to leave the brand because I couldn't stand the misaligned bezels. But this is a really nice little trick. You just screw open this top lug here, and as you can see, the inner bezel is rotating as you turn it, and it has a little tactile feel. So it's not just spinning around, and it's actually, for every one of those clicks, you can feel a slight tactile bump. So you know, even if I close my eyes, I would know when I'm turning it around. It's a really I have to pull it out. It's a really nice operation, smoothly done, and as you can see, it aligns properly. Actually, it aligns wherever you want it to align. That's the beauty of this thing. No problem at all with misaligned markers or anything. And as you might have thought, the other crown here operates the watch, and it gives it some juice, winds it up, operates the time setting, and as you might have guessed, it also operates the date. Maybe this way. Yeah, there we have it. Let's screw that in. Screw down crowns, which gives you the 200 meters water resistance, and we have the Phoebus octopus on both crowns right there. They really love the octopus detail, and I have to agree, it's a cool logo. The octopus, yeah, I've seen worse logos on watches, and the Octopus King is really a nice little detail. And as you can see, I forgot to tell you about the bracelet here. It's I don't know if I said it before. It's a Seamaster style bracelet, and as you can see, it's a mix of both brushed and polished details, and we have some screwed links right there. Thumbs up to you, Phoebus, for giving us screwed links on watches that are so fairly priced as these watches actually are. The Lume is, as usually with Phoebus, it's fantastic. Phoebus, they give you a great Lume, and on this model, the old radium, it really fits the model. The other models, they have BGW9 Lume, but this particular PY029D, it has the old radium Lume, and I really like how it looks. As you can see it from a distance, no problem at all. Phoebus, they're great at Lume. It's as simple as that. They do Lume really, really great. And as I said before, you have a 2-year warranty of this watch. It's really nice that they don't just give you 1 year. I mean, it's a cheap watch. It's 350 euros, give or take. The Swedish conversion, I'm not really 100% sure about that, but the Swedish price is 3,450 crowns, and somewhere there you have 350 euros, something like that. Maybe it's 10 euros less or 10 euros more. It's a great, comfortable watch. It looks really special, and I have to give it to Phoebus. They do make some really cool models that have a look of their own, and they borrow some details from other watchmakers, but they make their own watches. They have their own style, and they really have done their own thing, and I'm really liking that. They started out with the PY007 Submariner homage, and then they just went their own way, and now they're making really fantastic watches for a fantastic price. I know a lot of people that have bought a lot of Phoebus watches, and they're really satisfied and happy with them, and I'm really happy that Phoebus Watches Nordic.se keeps sending me these watches. I'm sending them back, so it's not a paid review. It's not a review at all. As I've said many times before, I don't review watches that are not my own, because I can't review a watch that I haven't been wearing for a time and bashing around and playing with for a time. This is just a video to show you what's out there, and this is one of the things that Phoebus, one of the nice watches that Phoebus have to offer, and I'm really thankful for them sending me watches so I can show them to you guys, because it's not like you can just step right into a Phoebus authorized dealer and put this watch on your wrist and try it out. You have to buy it online, and preferably buy it on PhoebusWatchesNordic.se. So to conclude my video on this watch, it's a great watch. I would like to actually, I'm thinking about buying one for myself, maybe this one, but I'm a little interested in the blue one as well, because I think that looks really nice. I'm loving the look, I'm loving the function with the bezel, and it's not gonna ever be misaligned for me. You just put it where you want it, and that's great. I'm loving the red details on the dial. Small, really clean details, but they're there, and they just give the watch that little more pop than it would have had without the red details. It's a nice watch, and now I'm really freezing my ass off. So I'm gonna wrap it up right there. As I usually say in the end of my videos, if you like the video, please consider giving me a thumbs up and maybe subscribing to the channel. That would actually help me out a lot. And if you didn't like it, just give me a thumbs down or write me a comment. Tell me what you didn't like, and I'm gonna do my best to improve that in my future videos and just be better. Anyway, thank you guys, and until next time, bye bye.